Did you get an examination on it? I just pressed record and you're like looking at it. So have you determined how we're gonna fix this? Okay, okay, that's good, it's good. All right, that's perfect, that's perfect. It seems like forever since I gave you guys an update on this C8. And for those of you that are new to the channel, this is a 2021 C8 and Rapid Blue is a 3LT and it's an early VIN number / build. So the VIN is 390. I'm forever grateful to have such an early build. That goes without saying. And if you guys are waiting for your C8s, in my opinion, it is definitely worth it. So almost 10,000 miles later and almost 2 years, I'm still in awe with this car. Even though this upload is about some of the problems I'm currently having with it, the goal is to give you guys a simple solution if you have these problems with your C8 as well. So anything from a 2020 to a 23, it's possible you could have these problems. Again, I'm hoping to give you guys a simple solution. Having said that, if you guys like this content, I know you heard it 1,000 times, hit that like, share, that thumbs up, subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. When my uploads get put up on YouTube, the algorithm picks all these things up and shares my videos accordingly. So it is greatly appreciated, to say the least. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna check everything out step by step of the problems that I'm currently having. I'm gonna give you my opinions on a few of them. And then I'm gonna take you guys to the dealership, which is Whitmore in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania. If that sounds familiar, that's because a lot of big YouTubers and a lot of people from all around the world go to this dealership. People like Amelia, Street Speed 717, TJ Hunt, the whole list of other people, right? This is a small dealership. It's not very big, and it's out in the middle of nowhere. They deserve all the credit they get. I can't express to you how good the customer service and the knowledge that they have at Whitmore. It's hard to put into words. So if you guys want to check them out, by all means, I highly recommend it. But I'm gonna take you guys with me to the dealership, and they're also gonna put their thoughts into how they're gonna fix this problem with the car. And then I'm gonna give you another upload showing you the results. So with that being said, let's dive into it. So the first problem we're gonna talk about is actually inside the car. I haven't seen a lot of people on YouTube talk about this, so let's dive into it and hopefully you guys don't have this problem. So the first problem started with the lining of the targa roof. This is a suede insert with yellow stitching. If you have a 2LT or higher, you might have something similar to this. So I'm gonna roll in some footage where you'll see that this started sagging pretty bad. It's unfortunate that happened, but they fixed it. But right now, I'm starting to have a problem over here. And if you listen, you can kind of hear that, right? I'm not gonna pull on this, but it started coming down again. Is this a major problem? I wouldn't say it's major. It's not like it's going to be some type of mechanical problem, say with your motor or what have you, but it's a problem that I believe should not be occurring with a new car. So they're going to take all this out and redo all of it. And it is covered under the warranty. This is something to think about if you have a 2 or a 3LT. This could be a problem with your car as well. I take this off a lot. Pretty much every weekend I'm at car shows and the targa top is coming off. So if you do take yours off a lot, I would keep a close eye on these sections to see if your car is doing it. It took me a while to notice that it even was. It's also noteworthy that if you're taking this off, to make sure your fingers are hitting this section of the targa top while you're pulling it off. So it is noteworthy, and hopefully this will help you guys if you have this problem. We will see what the results are when we get to the dealership. The second problem is the panel gap on the side. If you take a closer look, it's pretty smooth right here, and as you go down, it is bumped out pretty good, as you can see right here. So a lot of C8s, and not just C8s, but a lot of cars have panel gaps. When we get to the third problem that needs to be addressed, if they're gonna be fixing that panel gap, then they might as well fix this one as well. So we're gonna try to get them to pull this in a little tighter. Again, this is covered under warranty. This third problem that I have, man, I'm telling you, if you look at it right now, it's really, really hard to see, right? You really don't see anything. And I don't know if we're gonna be able to capture it inside here. Yeah, I don't think we will. You guys just gonna have to trust me, but this light is actually hitting the paint on this car, and it is chipping it up pretty good in there. I wasn't aware of this until I was cleaning it. So all inside here is all chipped up from the light hitting this. Now, I don't know if that is an issue with the panel gaps and maybe it's pushing it or what it is, but from what I'm told, there is a recall on this. Again, we'll have the dealership elaborate, and they're supposed to put some kind of shim kit to shimmy the light over. Well, if they're gonna be taking all this off to do that and realign the panel, again, I'm gonna get the other panel gaps addressed as well, hopefully. So this all should be covered under the warranty. So this is an issue, right? Though it seems small in nature, eventually it's just gonna get worse. And if it does, and let's say you're using some type of pressure washer or something like that, you could start blowing chips of paint off down the road. These cars are relatively new, so I'm looking long term of what's going to happen. And yeah, you can't even tell in here. I do apologize. It's really hard to tell on video, but if I can get some pictures, I'll provide the damage that's currently happening. So when I'm looking at something like this, I'm thinking long term, and you might as well get it fixed while it's covered under warranty. You really do not want to start having paint problems, and then down the road, again, if you're pressure washing a car, whatever it may be, it starts getting worse and worse. The other thing is, this is XPEL, and the XPEL is custom, so it's to the very, very edge of the car. So they already offered to fix the problem and repaint the whole front of the car. I'm not sure I'm gonna wanna do that, because then I'm gonna have to get this all XPEL'd again, and that's probably gonna cost me a pretty penny, because the XPEL wasn't originally on the car. So that's a whole debate, whether that would be covered under warranty or not. I don't think it would be, but I think I'm just gonna get the section that has the damage, which is very small, just to touch up. Just to recap, the dealership already stated that, hey, look, we have a shim kit for this to address this problem. I'm thinking it'll bring it over, and in doing so, they're repainting, they offer to repaint the whole front, right? But again, I think I'm just gonna get a touch up and have this shimmed over. Did you get an examination on it? I just pressed record and you're like looking at it. So have you determined how we're gonna fix this? Okay, okay, that's good, it's good. All right, that's perfect, that's perfect. All right, guys, we're here at Whitmore, if you can't tell. And if you look right back there, there's the wife. And yeah, because that's making noise. She's probably screaming pizza right now, so we can't take too long. You want to chime in and say hello?
Hello. I'm Mason from Whitmore.
Anytime I have a question, I call him up, and he always seems to have an answer. So we're going to go over this car in detail. And if you've seen the previous footage, like I said, Whitmore is pretty much out in the middle of nowhere, but it's absolutely gorgeous out here. I love this place.
It's like 70 degrees out.
Bro, it's so nice outside. Hey, babe, where you at? Come here. Tell them what you're going to do.
Make some pizza.
You what?
Pizza.
She's always hungry. If you've seen the previous videos, I always buy her pizza. All right, so let's dive into the specifics. The first problem is going to be over here. I tried to give you guys some footage on it earlier, but what do you think is going to be
well,
the solution here?
There's bulletins on this issue, and it's basically just the headlight rubbing against the front bumper. So they have like a shim kit that you can order that you basically will take the front bumper off, touch up that spot, let it dry, and then install a shim kit to basically space the headlight away from the bumper properly. That way it doesn't rub through the paint.
Okay.
It's not super common, but we've done it on a couple already.
Right. So the shim kit for this will be according to which light it is, right?
Basically, yeah. They say
Right.
if it's, they have like a whole diagram basically of how they want it to be spaced, and they'll say like in area C1, you want to space it out this far with this shim, and then
Gotcha.
basically they'll just go in, shim it out, and put everything back together and make sure it's all fitting
So-
properly and not rubbing.
Where would they find, if they were looking for their specific seat, is there a bulletin they can go to?
I'd have to find the bulletin number, which I can get that for
Okay.
you then. But I mean, any Corvette dealer should be able to.
Yeah,
out that
so,
bulletin,
okay. So basically, if you have this problem, it's probably easier just to call up the dealership
Oh,
and say,
100%,
hey.
yeah. Because I mean,
Okay.
taking the front bumper off these isn't the easiest thing to do.
Right. What do you think, babe? Front bumper? Take it off? Yeah, no, we're not. We'll leave it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's the alignment on these can be a pain. They're not-
Right.
There's a lot going on, so to get it all to fit perfectly, I would definitely recommend just having a dealer that
Right.
deals with C8s and Corvettes do it.
Yeah, I didn't even know that this was a problem on my C8 until I was at a car show. And you guys watch my videos, you know that a buddy of mine runs around his little teeny V10 Viper, hi Frank, and he's always picking on me. So he's the one that found it. I did not. So as far as the panel, how do you think they would do that? Is there a...
That's again, basically, it can just be a spacing issue. So over time, when you have plastics heat up and cool down and stuff like that,
Right.
stuff like that can go out of alignment. So again, they'll just go in, unbolt it basically halfway, get it aligned right, and then tighten it back up, and it should be good to go. Shouldn't be anything real crazy.
Right. And guys, like, you really want to go to somebody you trust, because this has custom XPEL cutouts. Obviously, these guys I trust. I would not drive almost 2 hours away if I didn't. But keep that in mind. You want to let whoever you're going to know, hey, I have XPEL in the car. Obviously, they should recognize it. But if they don't, it could possibly screw it up.
Good luck.
All right, guys. So Mesa's gonna. Jesus. That's rain, bro. All right, guys. So Mesa's gonna show. Take two. And action. Mesa's gonna show us the underside of this roof, and it's much easier to see this way.
Yeah. So basically, you can probably might even be able to hear it to some of the spots, but the glue starts to peel off basically. So what we'll do is pull it back and then just re-glue everything down.
Right.
So that it's going to hold properly.
Yeah, I have it on video how.
Yeah, you can hear it in some different spots. We'll basically just pull the whole liner off and re-glue it down. Now we could technically probably just order a new one, but with the way part supply issues are right now and everything like that, unless you feel like being without a roof for a while,
No.
it's typically easier just to fix little things like this that can be fixed.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine how if the carbon fiber roofs are on any kind of delay.
I guarantee you they are. Pretty much everything's on delay.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
Especially my
Big time.
Z06. Just joking. Just joking. I'm not even on the list anymore, so.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And guys, before anybody starts, let me just express this really quick. There are cars out there that cost, I don't know, $200,000-$300,000. I'm not gonna say names. They catch on fire. So every car has the problem.
Yeah.
This is very small. So 10,000 miles later, and I got small stuff like this to deal with, I got no complaints. I have no mechanical issues wrong with my car at all.
Yeah,
So
that's I mean, you might even have a vast majority of people that would never even notice something like that.
I mentioned that in the video as well.
Very, very, very few people are going to notice it, but some people
Right.
are going to notice it, and that's what we're here for. Is to
Have you seen this
take care of
before
it.
with anybody else?
Nope, you're the only one, man.
Yeah, I'm the only one.
You're the lucky one.
That's because I take this off like every weekend. And I notice it.
No,
Like,
but that's what it's made for. It's made to take off.
yeah,
Enjoy it with the roof off.
dude, that's hilarious. I'm the only one. Huh? How
You
about
are
that?
the only one.
You know what? I was also the first one with the front lift leak on the 2021s.
You were.
So I remember we had the recall after.
Yeah, you're the pioneer.
Yeah. So my car was used to create the recall, and then I got the recall, and then we had to figure that out.
Pretty much. I mean, you're not wrong. We talked directly to GM about your car.
Tell them I said hi, man.
Trying to figure out what was going on, and then a month or so later, they came out with the recall for
Yeah.
what we did to fix your car.
Yeah.
So,
And it's worked, right? There's been no problems
yeah,
ever
that's
since.
been an issue since.
Bro, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. Oh my God, that's so funny. So yeah, if you see GM again, just tell him, say, Amelia doesn't want her car.
Oh, okay.
And Jeff wants to get in her spot. You know what I mean? Yeah. Amelia, if you're watching this, you're not on the list anymore. Just joking. Just joking. For those of you that don't know, we joke a lot. You want pizza?
Yes.
Random moment. Random.
Pizza.
Okay. All right, guys, I want to give Mason a special thanks for jumping on. I'm not even sure if he was even supposed to be here today. This is actually his day off. But I figured it would be much easier for Mason to explain this so you guys know in detail. I don't want to get anything wrong. And I really do appreciate his help as always. I call this guy all the time about anything you can think of just to get answers. And he always has an answer. So I'm going to let you guys go. We'll fast forward to the next day, which in theory will be probably a week or God knows how long. And you guys will see the end results. And hopefully, if you guys have a problem with your car, this will be your solution. So see you guys when I hit this fast forward button.